everyone, welcome back to Dewan Pundit Indonesia, the English version. I'm Conchita and I will be your host for today's episode. Today, we're tackling one of the most debated topics in the Premier League. Despite Liverpool's blazing form this season, one player has been under intense fire, and that is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Is it time for Liverpool to finally let him go? Or I don't know, what should we do with him? Anyway, let's break this down with our favorite football pundits here at the studio with us today. We have Firzi Idris.
Hello.
Adi Adi.
Yes.
And of course, Kiko Enrico.
Hello. It's so cold in here.
Since the first topic is about Liverpool, I think it's only safe for me to go to Kiko first. Trent Alexander-Arnold, once celebrated as one of the best right backs in the world, his performances have left many fans and pundits questioning his role in the team.
Was that it?
That was the punchline.
That's what there.
I was about to ask, what do you think of his performance so far? Are you one of the fans that are actually disappointed in his performances recently, or?
I'm not disappointed. I mean, to be honest, if you saw that Man City game against Liverpool, Trent was exposed a lot by Jeremy Doku. We know, we talked about it. People talked about it in the past, how much of a liability he is in defense. As much as we want to, back him up, but I'm not too disappointed to the fact that if we were to, lose him for free in the summer, I'm not okay with it, because I'm not like it's really hard to see the contract situation with Trent Alexander-Arnold, whatever his performance is, because just the legacy that he's brought with Liverpool to Liverpool, and his story as a kid from Liverpool, becoming champions of England and champions of Europe. So no, I'm not disappointed, because he still brings a lot of threat to the offensive side of Liverpool. Bringing long balls forward to our offensive side, and I think that's what he brings more. And in my opinion, without Trent, we won't be attacking as fluid as how we are even right now, or even in the past couple of years. So I don't think it's fair to say he's a huge flop, because he's still working nice with Slot. So
what exactly do you think caused it all? Do you think it's just him not fitting well into the current system, or is there any factor at play?
No, I think current system he's still okay. It's just I always thought that defensive liability is where people are attacking him, and that's where my biggest opinion of of a negative sentiment for Trent is where that skill is where he's lacking. But we can talk about the contract situation all year long, and it's still not resolved. But maybe that's another thing that needs to be resolved with Liverpool. There's bit too many distractions, especially. I mean, it's not nice to hear stuff about other players as well on top of the contract situations. For example, the Darwin Núñez seriously smiling. Darwin Núñez situation. So
come on.
Exactly. So I'm saying it's not nice to hear about other things on top of Trent's situation. But labeling him as a flop, I think it's unfair this season. I think it's unfair. So.
Do you have anything to add?
I think the added pressure for Trent is that he's a local boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different than
just like Rashford, right?
But for Trent,
look how it turned out for him.
He needs to go out.
See the world.
See the world.
It's different scenario.
Outside of
go
Salford.
outside.
Outside of the
see more.
Just go like 90 minutes away
see
from
the world
Manchester.
and go to Birmingham.
Just go to Birmingham. Where at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, nobody's walking the streets.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which he played well, by the way, in his games
Actually,
against us.
exactly.
Anyways.
Last night.
Your opinion on Trent?
No, back to Trent. Yeah, the pressure as a local boy, it's different where like the connection with the supporters. So the supporters put a lot of pressure on Trent, performing in each and every match as best as he can. He cannot drop from 8.5 to like a 7, and then negative comments start to come through to Trent. And I think he's doing okay, but defensively, it's never his game. He likes to go forward with the ball. And then I think the problem is when he was experimented in midfield. I think that was the root cause of like maybe he's better as a midfielder, or is he a proper right back?
Yeah.
He's a flying right back, like
Exactly.
a wing back. So he can connect with the front line. The assist is still there. The eye for the pass is still there. And this is what I think Real Madrid is looking to find someone who can provide crosses, play the ball into not just midfield but going forward, and has an eye for goal as well. Set piece, one of the best set piece takers still. So I think if he doesn't sign a new contract, then it'll be a big miss for Liverpool.
Yeah, I think because his positioning makes him a bit unique in the field, because his skill sets for him to release that deadly progressive balls, he needs to be rather further down the field. Further down the field, but he cannot defend. But I never saw him defend it like what he did against Jeremy Doku, because it's just too easy. Because there's just the videos online. There's a lot of videos of Salah coming back to help him defend, show him how to do it, but he's just really weak on that game. I don't know why. Maybe just because of his future. Maybe there's something more to it. I don't know. But yeah, as you said, there are moments when he releases that ball to Mo Salah in such a way that only he can do it. I mean, with Trent's positioning, it's a problem also for the England national team, because we know Southgate tried to play him in the middle of the park, but it's not working. He needs to play on the.
Let's just don't talk about Southgate.
Let's just don't talk about it. Well, he did try to find the best position for Trent Arnold.
He can't even find the best position for the best player for England, Jude Bellingham. So
for Jude Bellingham, and then playing Trippier at left back, and
other players now.
Your shirt, Luke Shaw, Roberto Carlos. This is a real. I think it's not a problem, but I think this is something that Real Madrid will need to look at, because at what system will they deploy Trent? We saw what happened with Marcus Rashford. He played really, really well when he got out of Man United. Will the same happen?
Getting out from
the comfort zone. Will the same happen with Trent? It's not like that. Liverpool lack any cover in that position, because they have young Conor Bradley and they have a few other. Joe Gomez can play it. Of course, a different kind of players. Of course, with what Trent can bring to the team, it's different. I have Trent in my fantasy team, so that's why every time Liverpool play, I put focus on him. Go do an assist. Go do a goal.
Trenty.
Do your thing.
Be better,
give
Trent,
me points.
please.
Give me points.
He still goes for the goals, and he still goes for the assist. Man. I think that's
but the defending side of him, I think,
I think with that Jeremy Doku, we touched upon it as well, his positioning as well. But you add the unique position and role that he has, and then Jeremy Doku's fast sprints and dribbles. I think I read it somewhere that Jeremy Doku accomplished the most one-on-one dribbles in the Premier League this season in that game, but no goals. But still,
that's the main thing.
That's the main thing.
If you can control that side, and then you say that you can have the better of Trent, you can't score the goal. So. It doesn't impact anything.
It's just if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe Liverpool think, or maybe whoever thinks there's a backup for Trent if we lose him. But again, it's not broken. Trent can still bring a lot of offensive pieces.
For Trent himself, he's going to be part of, I think, with the situation with City and Arsenal, Chelsea, the closest rivals to Liverpool. I think. Like Man City, I think they need like 3 transfer windows to fix the problem. So that's like 2 seasons. So Liverpool can dominate for the next 2-3 seasons. So why leave? And you are that guy. You are the face of the club. You are the local lad with success playing for Liverpool. So this is the problem for Trent too. I think this is the pressure that he feels as a local lad, trying to maybe experience the La Liga with Real. It's like a Hollywood signing for Real Madrid, which they love. So I think they will go for him. They will put the money on the table for Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's now up to Trent and his people to sort things out, whether to stay and to dominate the Premier League and Champions League, because I think Liverpool is doing the same thing in Europe. One of the best sides so far in world football. So there is a chance in this next 2-3 years for Liverpool to dominate, but they have to sort the problems with the contract problems with Mo Salah, with Van Dijk, and with Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Worst case scenario, if Liverpool decides that it's time to finally let him go, What do you think is the most realistic alternatives? Are there emerging talents in his position, or would it be a risky move to let him go given his past contributions?
I think it's better for him to stay. It's better for Liverpool to have Trent Alexander-Arnold in the side. But if he does go, then you can have Connor Bradley as that connection with the supporters, as the local lad trying to go up.
I agree
the
with
team.
that, especially when he's already used to, how Slot wants the ball, how Slot wants to play the ball, the game that he plays, and Connor Bradley as well has been there for a bit. So it only makes sense for him to step up rather than we bring another, I don't know, talented or a really good player coming in for that position. So I agree with Adi.
Yeah, even in his 250th appearance for the club, Connor Bradley went in and got injured. Went in for Trent. Yeah, he got injured.
But yeah.
Yeah, but Connor Bradley already proves that he can do it on the biggest stage. Against Kylian Mbappe of all people. So they got a ready-made replacement over there. So just we're gonna see. I don't know if they're gonna splash money on the market again. I think it's not the Liverpool way to doing it. Yeah, but I think it's been like 3 windows without you guys spending a lot on the transfer window,
Do you
right?
consider Darwin Núñez spending a lot?
Yeah,
That was a lot.
that was a lot.
That was a lot.
Yeah.
That was
a lot.
Yeah, that was a
That
lot.
That was a lot.
That was.
Yeah, but anyway, switching our focus to Arsenal, and in particular the challenges facing their talisman Martin Ødegaard. This season, Ødegaard's performance has taken a noticeable dip, and injuries seem to be a major factor. What do you think, Mas Firzi? What do you think, Mas Firzi, about Martin Ødegaard's performances lately?
Yeah, it's been not a good ride for Arsenal,
sure
but
is.
but it's because of injuries, of course, not just for Ødegaard, but because for other players in that right hand side with Saka and White absent, because we all know for the last 2 seasons, I think they made a great combination on that right hand side. They made a great triangle on that right hand side. They complement each other. A lot of good stuff from Arsenal in the past few years coming around there. But we saw, Ødegaard, I think he missed like 6 weeks in November. Yeah, and when he came in, he produced a goal or assist in every game for his first 4 games. But after that, 12 games, only 1 goal and 1 assist. Yeah, I think we saw also the way he made that run against West Ham. I think when he made that weird run, not a very Ødegaard of him, because
Not a very intelligent.
not very intelligent run,
That was
because
what you're gonna say,
because the clip I mentioned, right, because he doesn't go straight towards the penalty toward the penalty area, but he goes straight to the
Just trying
defense
to
line.
put it more nicely.
It's not Ødegaard. Something's wrong. Maybe because the burden of pressure, like leading this team, because he's a great player. Of course, a lot of Arsenal's good play usually comes through him. But without all the other supporting cast, he can feel so alone and so lonely at the field, because
Frustrated and lonely.
and he's
Miserable.
Amazing. He looks miserable, just like Arsenal.
Question
Arsenal
though.
now.
Question: do you think Ødegaard's recent dip in form primarily due to his lingering injury issues, or is it more about the fatigue from playing too many minutes?
Fatigue,
Yeah, fatigue.
The rotation is minimal, and then that injury
Very
in September
minimal.
playing for Norway. I think there's consequences because of him returning maybe too early. But Arsenal needs buddies.
Yeah.
They need players to go straight away and play. The loss of Saka doesn't help because the combination, Fiozi just told us about how they play from that right side. Ben White being out, now coming back into the side. Hopefully it'll help. I think in the window, again, they miss a step in trying to find solutions for Arsenal.
Yeah.
I think the problem at the front office, I think Mikel Arteta is not the source of the problem, because he only can do as much as a manager. He will probably request a player, but the front office is not supporting with no Edu there anymore. So I think not just Ødegaard, but Mikel Arteta is lonely as well and trying to sort problems.
He lost a big ally.
A big ally, yeah. So that's why I think the problem is deeper, as we see Arsenal now struggling, as we see Ødegaard now not performing to his utmost best as an elite midfielder. He looks lost.
Yeah.
And the system as well, with playing a bit deeper. I think Ødegaard now is playing a bit more deeper, not in the forward lines, near towards the front man. although they don't have a front man.
Again,
So I
not
think-
this again.
Yeah.
Not this again, please.
So there persists the problem for Arsenal, and how they did not do the business in the January window is still beyond me. So now it's problematic for them. It's a
Yeah.
big problem for Odegaard, and
Yep.
we're seeing him not being himself in the last 4 or 5 games, maybe.
Yeah.
I agree with all of that, and I think it's up to it's up to the management to bring in the depth that they need. Arsenal, because I love Martin Ødegaard as a player and the creativity that he brings for the Arsenal team, but he's, as you guys said, and as Fiercy said, lonely out there. We saw Ben White a bit during that West Ham match, which they that combination of
Yeah.
Almost worked.
almost work against
Yeah.
Martin Ødegaard with the back heel and Ben White with the
They need to do that more. With Ben White returning, right?
yeah. So that's you finished
I'm
my
covering
sentence.
for you.
Thank you. But that's what Arsenal are missing. That depth that they need people that can do what the starters generally do. But it hurts a lot when there's a lot of key players injured. Even if they're back, the damage has already been done, and they can't cover up that depth that they needed to cover. They could have done it in January. Maybe the damage is going to be more minor, but
Yeah.
that wasn't the case. And I think if they don't bring in somebody, or if they don't have a healthier squad coming into the next season, then it's just going to be the same old with Arsenal.
And it's just strange to see in that game against West Ham where the passes coming is not progressive, but towards Timber most of the time.
Yeah.
So usually we see a very positive Ødegaard going forward, dribbles the ball very well,
Yeah.
and then tries to find that killer pass. Only once he did it with the ball over the top.
Yeah.
That was vintage Ødegaard. But then
Vintage
the
Ødegaard.
defenders, they know how to adapt
Yeah.
to Ødegaard in that game.
Ødegaard,
So
yeah.
again, the problem is there. The system of play is not working, and everybody's adapting. And for Mikel to slow down that tempo of Arsenal, I think now it's becoming a problem for them, because the last 2 seasons where they're chasing Man City,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they were like
playing very direct.
yeah, they were like a
football.
Ferrari or like
Yeah.
a McLaren in the F1, very fast pace, straight to the defense. But now they try to delay a bit,
Yeah.
and I think that's a bit of a problem when Ødegaard is trying to move maybe 2 steps forward, but the ball is not
I
given
think
to him.
the loss of Saka also is a very big hole on that right hand side. Okay, Ethan Nwaneri can play there, but of course it's a different kind of players. I
Sure.
got here from the Athletic when Odegaard returned against Chelsea on November 10. Between Odegaard's return against Chelsea on November 10 and Saka's injury against Crystal Palace on December 21, Arsenal they scored 28 goals in 10 games across all competitions. But then after Saka got injured, it declines again because maybe that's the risk of playing that
But
fast
don't you
football
think
from-
that stat is similar to the stat that is, I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe it's fooling the front office, it's fooling Arteta, it's
Yeah.
fooling the coaching staff, because
Yeah.
from the last 16 matches in last season, 14 was very positive
Yeah.
with the return of goals galore.
yeah.
And so they didn't go into that window in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
summer and trying to get that forward. And now the same stats again, but you see the team's not performing as well.
Not performing, yeah.
And the stats is showing that, okay, we're fine without any front player.
Yeah.
So
It's
that is a
weird.
very problematic stat for
Problematic stats,
for a
yeah.
team like Arsenal, who
Yeah.
depends on stats.
Yeah, of course. And I don't know what their strategy is, their big strategies. Of course, there's not a lot of number 9s here. Yeah, but we talk about it. Randall Colomwani
Yeah.
is
And if you talk
playing
about
wonderful.
attackers and you
Yeah.
can't find them, Aston Villa with Monchi, they got
Aston Villa
three
with Monchi, they got
They
three.
got
yeah,
three
They got three
in the
With
window
Marcus,
on
yeah.
loan, and Marcus and Asensio there too as
Donyell
well.
Malen,
Yeah. Well, what were you about to say? Something? To
No, but
wrap things
yeah,
up?
I think this will be a big test of Arteta. I
Yeah,
mean,
true.
how he will try to make more of the situation here. We know another season without trophy, and another season without trying to get a recognizable number 9. It will be very problematic for him, especially without Edu. What can they conjure up? Because there's not a lot of number 9s available, but a few that are, I think it will be very sought upon. So we'll see.
So what do you think? What do you guys think with the sounds from the bleachers, the sounds from the fans?
Yeah.
I think they're starting to have doubts about Arteta. But what I see is Arteta is a yes man to the front office, to the owners. So this is a difficult disconnect now.
Yeah.
And if you don't deliver the trophies, then
Yeah.
the door is near, the exit is nearer to you than you becoming the manager next season.
Yeah.
And that is the case for Arteta. But if you're safe, according to the bosses,
Yeah,
so what do you think
yeah,
about that?
So what, yeah.
What do you think about that? What do you think about Arsenal? I think 5 seasons, or more than 5
Yeah, yeah.
seasons, with only one trophy,
Yeah.
the FA Cup
And-
in his first season as a manager, and Arteta doesn't have that record as a manager in a previous club.
Yeah.
So the fans are now
His
starting
first
to,
job,
you know, they're starting to put pressure on Mikel. Is it going to be?
Yeah, of course, there will be discontent. Of course, there will be talks about how Arteta manages his squad. After all, Kai Havertz was injured when they are having the training camp.
Yeah, in Dubai.
No one.
The 1.2 million training camp.
1.2
No one
million.
expected that to happen.
When they got back from Dubai, I think a lot of bad things happened there. So what the hell happened in Dubai? Because
Before it was all positive.
because it was all
Before,
positive,
yeah,
and
like
when
last season.
everyone was playing in the FA Cup, and then they went on that warm weather training, and then Havertz injured his hamstring doing what on training? I don't know.
Blocking
I
a
think
shot, I think.
blocking a shot and training.
think so.
Was it?
Yeah. Seriously, that's a very weird way
Again.
to get injured. Yeah, but Arsenal, they usually complement their attacking prowess with goals from set pieces. It's drying up a bit in the last few games. So yeah, that's not working. Also, their clean sheets are gone again. Fantasy Premier League wise, I still have Arsenal defender. I still hope that they
Gabriel
got
Magalhaes.
Gabriel
Yeah.
Magalhaes at least
Almost got
score a goal. Come on, but no.
What happened
He
to their set
doesn't-
pieces as well?
Yeah, what happened to the
Yeah,
pieces? Of
the
course, he doesn't
maestro.
score goals and he doesn't keep goals out. So why the hell do I keep him in my team?
I think it's time
Because,
for you
yeah.
to switch him.
It's time for
Must
me
be
to
busy.
switch.
I want to add
defenders.
something though, but looking at
think
it,
it's time.
I think looking at it holistically, I think as Arsenal fans,
Holistically.
Holistically.
as an Arsenal,
Holistically.
I'm not-
Let's
I'm
turn
not-
on the
I'm not an
candles.
Arsenal fan. But having Arsenal fan, what do I say, colleagues and friends who really are negative about what the team is right now. I think Arteta showed how good his team was.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's just not given the ammunition that he needs. I think he should stay. I'm not talking about negatively or in a fun way, just because how good he was and he showed it. So if they can, gather all together and be on the same page, and I think it's still a force to be reckoned with, for the next coming seasons. But again, we
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, if they
but
keep
people
this
are
side
negative
for
about
next
it, so-
season, I think with a couple of signings, they can challenge again.
and healthy.
Yeah, and
Be
healthy. Because the difference between Arsenal and Liverpool is Liverpool, they don't have any injury problems
True.
at the moment. With
At
Mo
the
Salah not getting
Yep.
injured, only maybe Gakpo for the past few games missing, but
Yep.
still the cover is there because you have 5 frontmen, including Darwin Núñez. So yeah, I think that's the difference, the level of fitness towards the business end of the season.
Yeah. Well, that wraps up our discussion on Odegaard and Arsenal's struggles this season. It's clear that injuries and excessive minutes have put enormous pressure on Ødegaard. What do you think? Do you believe Arsenal can rebalance their approach? Please leave your comment in the comment section below, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. On the next video. This is just the
Yeah.
first segment.